Hello everyone and welcome to my November TBR. I hope you all had an amazing Halloween and you are now full of spooky, sugary goodness. Today I'm going to be talking about the books that I hope to be reading during the month of November. As with normal with my TBRs, I don't really expect to read all of the books in this video, but I am going to try my hardest to. So I'm going to start with the book that I am currently reading, and that is The Last of the Fire Drakes by Farah Umaboy. I was supposed to be on the booktube tour for this last month, but the book didn't arrive in time for me to read and review it, so I am going to be reading and reviewing it as soon as possible, hopefully before the end of the second week of November, because I do want to do a written review of it on my blog and film a book chat for it for my channel as well. At the moment I'm only a few chapters in, but I've got to be honest and say that it's not really my sort of thing so far, but I am only 3 chapters in, so obviously I am going to give it the best shot that it deserves because I want to do so much with this book. I'm finding the plot a little bit predictable. I don't really like the main character. She's a little bit immature and a little bit annoying, but I am hoping that it becomes a little bit better as the book progresses. So yeah, we will see. The next book I want to read this month because I want to do a giveaway of it for you guys, and that is Vasa in the Night by Sarah Porter. I have 2 copies of this book now, so I want to give a copy away to my lovely subscribers to thank you for your continued support. This is a little bit like A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, where that is set in alternate Londons. This is set in alternate Brooklyn, New Yorks, and there's magic and mystery and all sorts of quirky coolness, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. It sounds like my sort of thing, and I'd never heard of it before I first got it in a box, and now that I have 2 copies of it, I kind of feel like I need to read it. So when I've read it, I will review it, and then I will host a giveaway for it. So if you are interested in winning this book, then obviously stay tuned to my channel, and I will announce details of that giveaway at a later date. The next 2 books that I want to read this month are Hollow City and Library of Souls by Ransom Briggs. These are books 2 and 3 in the Miss Peregrine series. I have read Hollow City before. I read it when it came out 2 years ago, I think, but I haven't read Library of Souls before. When I saw the film for the first book in this series, I kind of realised that a lot happens that I didn't remember, and I read the first book a long time ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, and I'd forgotten a lot of it. And because I want to read Library of Souls, I want to get this trilogy finished before the end of this year, I kind of feel like maybe I do need to reread Hollow City before I go on to Library of Souls just to catch myself up. So yeah, I'm hoping to be able to do that this month. It's taken me far too long to get to the end of this trilogy, considering that I got these 2 books both on their release dates, and Library of Souls has been out well over a year now, so I really should have got to this series before. But yeah, I'm hoping that when I start reading Hollow City, a lot of it will start coming back to me. Obviously the first book is pretty fresh in my mind now, having seen the film recently, so I'm hoping that it will be pretty easy to dive back into. So yeah, we will see. And the last series that I want to read this month, I mentioned in a video that I did when I first started BookTube about series that I wanted to read during 2016, and I'm determined to get this trilogy read before the end of 2016, and that is the Darkest Minds trilogy by Alexandra Bracken. So the first book is The Darkest Minds, the second book is Never Fade, and the third book is In the Afterlight. So I'm hoping to get these 3 books read in November. But I think that remains to be seen because I do have some pretty big books to be reading that I am going to prioritise over these. But I do definitely want to read this trilogy before the end of the year. This is a dystopian trilogy, and I think when I first heard about it, what attracted me to it was it sounded a bit like X-Men dystopian almost. I think it's about kids that have powers and a government who is trying to capture them or use them for their powers or something like that. But I've heard it's really good. I've heard it's quite emotional at times, and I've not read a dystopian in a while, and I think that's because last time I read dystopian I sort of felt that all dystopian is pretty similar and I was getting a little bit bored of it. So I'm hoping this might be a little bit different, and I'm hoping that it may kind of pique my interest in dystopian again. So yeah, I've heard really good things about it. If you've read it, please let me know if you enjoyed it, and you know, whether I should actually read it sooner than I am preparing to. So yeah. And that is it for my November TBR. What books are you hoping to read this month? Please let me know. I will leave all of my social media in the description down below. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye bye.